feel like the hair, the outfit, the makeup are very much giving you rich African auntie, but my bank account is giving you very much crippled by student debt.
Hey, are you like poor?
Duality, we love it, don't we? What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Unless this is your first time here, in that case, hi, I'm Alfie, and this is Teehee, it's Alfie, the channel where I post what I want whenever the time calls for it. What's good? I hope you're all doing well and you're all staying safe. I'm back again this week with another video. Consistency, we stand it. I gotta get to grips with the idea that I have to be posting content every week, because I'm not gonna give up yet. I'm gonna keep on this because I already made a video saying that I would, so I can't really not do that, you know?
Where's the news and the media?
Like I said, I'm back in this week with another video, and honestly this video is a bit inspired by a video that I saw by a YouTuber that I really like. Well, not even I really like. I discovered him, I think, I would like to say I discovered him like the other day. His name is Rabaldi. He makes a lot of like reacting to TikTok sort of videos, and he made a video about like that toxic TikTok trend where you like say, oh my god, my friends are so much prettier than me, and then like they like put a picture of them and then they put unflattering pictures of like their friends and shit, and then obviously the people in the comments are gonna be like, you'd think that like something like that is wholesome, like it's like a person bringing up their friends nay, because when it comes to people commenting that stuff, like I would choose you, the creator always ends up liking it, and I'm like, shady girl, shady.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Out here trying to embarrass your friends like that. Your friends are not your friends like they say they are. Today we're going to be talking about toxic friends. And you know what? I'm not even going to say just toxic friends. I'm going to say toxic people. Because sometimes in your life, it doesn't have to just be friends who are toxic to you. It can also be family members. Yeah. I'm here to tell you today, we ain't finna bring them into 2021 with us. We finna not, okay? I know that 2021 has already started and stuff, and like we're already bringing a pandemic into 2021. We don't have enough space or the withdrawal, or you know, the mental and physical and emotional capacity to be bringing extra things like negative people into our lives for us into 2021. Cut them out. Ew.
Deadass.
We're not bringing them with us. So this video, I'm just gonna try and I think it's gonna be a bit more of like a chit chat video, just discussing like different ways how to identify toxic people in your life if you haven't done so already, and also give not a couple examples, but just kind of like vaguely talk about some experiences that I've had with toxic people and how I cut them out even before 2020 was over, because I was not playing these games with these people. But if that sounds like an interesting video to you, please make sure to continue watching and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and please make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this, because I will be here every week making similar content. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. Okay, I think the best place to start off with is identifying and actually saying what a toxic person actually is. You would think that a toxic person would be someone who's like overtly in your face, and it's just like, you ain't shit. I'm your friend and all, so I have the authority to tell you that you ain't shit. Okay? And I'm here just to tell you and clarify this for you. Toxic friends aren't always so overt and obvious with their toxicity. Sometimes they're on the low. It can be things like when it comes to you discussing something that you think is quite important to you, or you think it's a big like issue to you, and obviously your feelings are valid and everything, and they just come off as very dismissive. They could just be like,
oh well, like, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Or
I would, you know, it doesn't sound that serious to me. Yeah, you could just get over it.
I feel like toxic people always use the same sort of like vocabulary, and I think they always use the term get over it. And listen, I hear that in my everyday life from my family members sometimes, and it gives me very much bitter, very much unhelpful, but it's very much like dismissive. Getting over it, because like, who are you to say what I am to get over or not to get over, you know? My feelings are valid. If I feel like something's very much important to me and I'm going through it, your girl's going through it.
Period.
Simply put, simply as period. You know what I'm saying? Your part as a family member or a friend is to be there and support the person who is going through said thing or situation. Don't just after them like pouring their heart to you, that you turn around and say get over it. It makes them feel like irrational. Makes them feel like, okay, maybe I am going off over nothing. There's a difference between observing a situation and the person is spiraling, and maybe it could be caused by anxiety or irrational thoughts or something like that, and differently in saying, okay, calm down. There are constructive ways in which we can solve this issue. You don't have to get so like, you know, pent up about it and just telling someone to get over it. There's a clear, distinct difference. And with toxic people, they're very much leaning on one side of just get over it. No. So please identify if you have any people like that in your life. Cut them out like nowish, because we're not doing that later on in the year. I would also say that another way of identifying what a toxic person is to see, actually, you know what? I feel like sometimes they are more overt with it. If you've ever been in a vicinity with someone who, like, they can have, like, to be a friend or, like, to be in a family, I feel like everyone has different opinions, right? Everyone has different opinions, and everyone's opinion is valid, even if you don't necessarily agree with that opinion. But it's a different thing if when you're in the vicinity with that person and they are spewing some sort of ideation that you generally do not fucks with, and like they're going off, and you feel physically uncomfortable around being around that person when they're speaking about such things, but you're very much, you know, not into conflict, so you hold off on the side and you're like,
think about, well, the person the majority of the time is really nice. Like, sometimes they just go off a little bit, but the majority of the time they're nice.
Oftentimes, I feel like with situations with that, that's a toxic person, because especially if you've made efforts to correct that person about their sort of thought process and how you're like, maybe you shouldn't be sprouting such negativity, or you shouldn't be saying things like that, and they're still with their whole chest continuing on, it means that like, there's a clear lack of care in your opinion, and they don't care about making you uncomfortable. That's toxic. It just is toxic. I've had situations like that where I've been friends with someone and they've spoken. I'm the sort of person who I love a good intellectual chit chat with someone. Like, I really like vibing with someone, like mentally. I really do enjoy it. But I've tried to do that with a couple of my friends, and it's gone left where they've sprouted like homophobic comments, and it's made me very, very much uncomfortable, because I'm very much not that. They've alluded to like some really suspect things with consent and stuff like that, and I feel at times like that, it's like I felt really ashamed as a woman. I would laugh it off, and even though I know it was wrong, because I know that like what they were saying was wrong, but I just didn't want to rock the boat. No, 2021, we're rocking the boat. we're steering the boat this year. No, and we're dropping them off at the nearest port. We're not doing it. That's one of my biggest regrets, I think, with university, is not putting my foot down sooner and not addressing those things with that person, these people, sooner. Because I let it get to a point where it got to a actual peak, like, and where things boiled over, and our friendship was kaput. And I felt relief, but I also felt this sense of injustice, this sense of like regret, because I didn't end it sooner. I let things happen when I really shouldn't have let them happen, and I really regret that. And I'm just like, if you have people like that who literally don't respect your opinion, who their sort of stance on things are literally the opposite, to the point where they're like confrontational about it, cut them out. It's not worth the mental exhaustion that will come from having a sort of debate with them. It's not worth it.
Cut it out.
That was more so with like friends and stuff like that. I think it's good to talk about family members. Sometimes, like I said before, it's not necessarily just friends and people you surround yourself with in like your social circles who will be toxic. It could also be your close family members as well. And I know it's not as easy as being like, sometimes it is like that, but I feel like for the majority of people it's not necessarily so easy. Situations like that, it's, once again, I feel like if you really love that person and they really love you as much as they say they do, they would be willing to have a sit down with you and talk to you about their beliefs and their thoughts, and you can sort of like, you know, have a constructive conversation with them and be like, what you're saying is messed up. point blank period. What you're saying is messed up. It's not okay. I don't agree with anything you're saying. And if they still turn around and they're like, I don't give a fuck, you know, like, I don't care, it's alright, it is what it is, sort of thing, then you know that, like, if you have the opportunity to do so, then you can distance yourself away from that family member, because again, same thing with the friends, it's not worth the mental exhaustion. I found that the best thing that for you to do in the situation is, like, if you know that there's a sort of trigger topic that can bring things up, just avoid at all costs. Because I feel like if you have people who you can definitely discuss these sort of things with, discuss them with those people and have healthy, constructive conversations. But if you can't have that with all your family members, just avoid it. It's just best not said. Because you're just going to get riled up and it's not worth it at the end of the day. Just minimize sort of triggering topics around them. I had a toxic person in my life. Eventually it came to our friendship had to end. It was a situation which, and please tell me if you have any sort of experiences that you feel comfortable enough to share, put them down below in the comment section. I would love to have a discussion with you guys. It was very much a situation where I was friends with this person for like 4 years. I'm not going to go into detail about it though. I'm just not gonna. This person, I would have said that me and this person's friendship was quite tight, but I think the only reason why I was saying that at the time is because I was overlooking the cracks in our relationship. The things that there would be a crack and I would just try and fill it rather than just like turning around, not trying to risk myself jumping over the crack. No. I would try and ignore these red signs, like these big warning signs that were telling me very much this person doesn't respect you, this person is mean to you, this person makes you feel a certain way. There was a couple of times where like we would meet new people, and because the sort of person that I am is I'm very much like, I feel like I don't want to say I'm like comic relief, but my natural personality is I'm very loud, boisterous, like I love a good joke, and sometimes I'm like, oftentimes I make myself the butt of the joke, you know, just because I'm like, I never really take myself too seriously, which is also something that I really need to work on, because it is, but this situation made me realize I need to work on this. And this person would take it upon themselves that every time we'd meet someone new or something like that, I would be the segue that they rode in order to get a joke in. It would very much be like, Alfie's so stupid, Alfie is like very much is when she's drunk she's a mess, Alfie like is this out, they're saying a lot of like negative things about me in order to get a few laughs out of the people that we just met. And of course, like you would think, oh my god, the new people are laughing, like they like us, and it's just like, but at what cost? What, my reputation? Just because it seems like Alfie's always up for laughing at herself, that now it's okay for me to disrespect my best friend? Because I did see this person as my best friend, I did see this person as my almost like my sister. I saw her as that, and so it kind of made me think to myself, like, has she always thought this way about me? Have I always been the butt of the joke to her, and simply that, like, that's my role in this friendship? Someone who's there just for comic relief? These sort of situations where she would make fun of me would continue. It would happen literally whenever we'd meet new people, and I would just sit there and laugh alongside them. And then there would be a situation where I'd go back to another friend and be like,
I don't want to talk badly about insert name here, but I really felt upset today about what they said in front of new people. I felt really embarrassed, but I just laughed it off. I didn't want to get into conflict because she's my best friend.
This and that. I felt guilty even talking badly about her, and it wasn't necessarily badly. Like, I wasn't speaking, I was literally just ranting to another friend about how I felt bad, and every other sentence that would come out of my mouth would be, oh, she did this, but I still love her though. I don't want her to talk badly about her, but I still feel upset about this, but I really do love her though. This back and forth, almost as if I was trying to justify what she did because I loved her so much. At the end of the day, if someone truly does love you and is your friend, they wouldn't disrespect you in front of anyone, much less new people. It's different if they did do that, they saw that you were uncomfortable and then they stopped. And this is my fault as well, because I really should have made it obvious that I was clearly upset by it. I really should have spoken to her about it sooner, because again, it could have possibly been avoided, it could have been nipped in the bud. In the end, our friendship did sort of dissipate and did end, because, and it got to a point where I couldn't handle it anymore. I just felt I was sick and tired of the repeated disrespect. And I was like, for my mental health, I feel like it's best if you take a step back from each other. Long story short, the step back from each other ended up being forever because we're just not friends now.
Well, that happened.
I went into that sort of discussion and I did end up discussing this with her. I went into this discussion wanting to still be friends, but like from a safe distance, like be acquaintances. This person didn't even give me the option to do that. Fair on her.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm a little lost, but fair enough.
I feel like it's just safe that if you have someone like that in your life, try discussing it with them as soon as possible. Nip it in the bud before it becomes an actual like full-fledged problem like mine did. Please take my advice. Just like honestly speak to them about it, because you never know. The person might end up turning around and being like, I didn't know you felt that way. I'm gonna stop. If you do have that conversation with them and they still continue to do it, then at least you tried. You can like pack your bags and leave knowing that you tried your best. They don't think that much about your friendship. They don't respect you as a person, so leave. Because there are billions, thousands, billions of people who would be more deserving of your friendship and your time and emotional energy than that person. Just leave it behind. If someone's has a bit of like a, you know, stoic personality, or they're a bit standoffish, they're immediately a write-off. No. Because I have friends like that who are like that, and I still love them. They're good people. Just because you're a bit standoffish doesn't mean that you're immediately classified as a toxic person. No, it's the way in which you go about that. Making your friends feel bad just for your sake of your own ego, inadvertently making your friends uncomfortable when they try and trust you with information or something like that, or their worries and fears. Blatantly just calling your friends names to their face, not even as a joke, just because. All these things are very much factors in which can turn you are a toxic person. It doesn't have to always be they make a snide comment here, they made one snide comment or whatever. I feel like what really determines if someone's a toxic person or not is repeated offences, a pattern of toxic behaviour, and that then makes someone a toxic person. Please don't let your lives and your new year be filled with anxious thoughts because these toxic people are still in your lives. Like, just for the betterment of your health, cut it out as soon as possible. You are way too good of a person and you have way too much to offer this world and other people to let it be squandered by someone who isn't worth your time and has showed you that they don't care about you or your mental health. And I honestly wish that like someone was able to tell me this at the time when I was going through this. Sometimes honestly you have to go through things like this in order to gain the knowledge and wisdom for you to then pass it on. And I'm doing that now. I don't want you guys to go through what I went through. Okay, I think that's all that I wanted to really say today. A slightly more serious video, but I feel like it needed to be said, it needed to be shared. And I wanted to just have this conversation with you guys. If you guys like this sort of video and you would like to see videos that have, I would say, a bit more of like a chit chat feel between besties, I feel like that's what it is, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, or comment down below telling me that you want more sort of videos. Even you guys even give me sort of topics that you wish for me to talk about. I would love to have a chit chat sort of series with you guys in which we can discuss topics that have been on my mind. Yeah, so please do make sure to comment down any sort of topics you want me to talk about or you want to discuss. Like I said, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe if you liked this video and you want to see more videos like it. I'm gonna be back next week with another video. Until then, please make sure to stay safe, drink a lot of water, wear a mask and social distance. This has been Tiki, it's Alfie. Bye.